Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Have a Nice Day podcast with your host, Janine.
And Joshua.
Why are you laughing when I make mistakes?
Because it's funny when people make mistakes.
You're such a bully.
I try.
He was laughing because I took another...
She can't remember the name of this podcast, and we're already like 50 episodes in, and she still doesn't remember.
Can't even
Literally, our trademark is Have a Nice Day.
You can't even remember
about
what number of podcast we are on.
Episode 55.
Are you sure?
Quite certain.
Okay, fine, because I think it's true.
It's 50-something for sure.
But how cool is it that we've reached the point where we're confused as to which number of episode we're in?
No, I think it's just a small number, but we're just too stupid to remember. Because there are people who remember like, oh, this is Joe Rogan episode 1453, and they're like, yeah, that's actually accurate.
Yeah, but because they have their own producers.
That is true, and we're actually both bad at numbers. That is our weakness.
You're better than me.
I am.
I'm not good at numbers at all.
Yeah.
A lot of people can attest to that, but that's why we have calculators.
That is true. This is why we have Excel.
Exactly.
This is why people who are so bad at math can become accountants.
This is why I'm good at Excel.
This is true. Janine excels at Excel.
Yeah, I'm good with my Excel skills.
And I'm okay to some extent. I mean, if you give me a certain task and like I had to do like a VLOOKUP or something, that I can do.
Okay, look, VLOOKUP is not a normal Excel formula. For those who are listening and know how to do a VLOOKUP on Excel, that's actually an intermediate skill.
Yeah, like I can do.
It's no longer a beginner skill.
I can do text to column. Can you do that?
Yes.
Can you do sum
I just
function?
did that for you, okay?
Which is such a cool function, by the way, guys. Like, I'm going to teach that to you. If anyone needs any help in Excel, contact me. My number is 056-9...
Do you want to start another podcast of just Excel?
Oh, yeah. Excel
I'm sure there is.
Excel for beginners.
But how can you explain that through an audio, though? That's difficult, right?
Maybe not
you need
much
to
of
have,
a
like, a
podcast, but like a
visual-
YouTube tutorial.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly an Indian guy anyway. Hello, welcome to the...
You know what? On TikTok, I do follow someone who does Excel, but like intermediate Excel, and he's actually an Indian guy.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
You
But I
can't
do-
have a German teaching
Why not?
Excel.
Why
I
not?
don't know. Like, have you ever thought of taking training from a German in Excel? No. Like, if I need to find an Excel tutor, I'm obviously gonna Google Indian Excel teacher because I know that's legit.
Speaking of German, I queued for 4 hours at the Germany pavilion at Expo 2020 because it's the last couple of days. And I came in at 9:15 because I was thinking like there wouldn't be a long queue. I was there and the queue was wrapping around like 4 snakes, even more. And by the time that I got there, just a couple more people stood behind me and then they closed it. And they're like, that's it. We're no longer accepting any more or anyone in this queue. And everyone in the queue, be prepared to wait in line for 6 to 7 hours. And I was like, is this for real? 6 to 7 hours? Started texting Josh. Like, Josh, 6 to 7 hours. He's like, no, I don't think that's correct. And then I started to wait. And then an hour passed and I just literally passed a pole. And a distance of a pole to another pole is probably around 10 people in between two poles. And then I started counting the poles to get to at least where I could see just the beginning of the line. Right. And I couldn't see the whole thing. And when I was so deep in it, which was already probably an hour and a half, closer to 2 hours, that's only when I got to saw how crazy the line is. And I was already halfway in it.
And we're like, you know what? I'm just gonna finish.
And I'm like,
it.
you know what? Yeah, I'll
just
really stay in it. Took me 4 hours, but then I got in, and good thing I had an umbrella. I brought breakfast with me.
She came prepared. She brought camping gear. She brought, I don't know, like
I brought an umbrella. What was that? I made a friend with a 7-year-old child who was wearing.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Who was wearing she was Filipino actually. She was wearing Squid Game shirt, which was quite weird. I was like, "Did you watch Squid Game?" She's like, "Yeah, I did." She started singing the theme song of Squid Game. I'm like, "Really?"
What's this?
Then I was
what's the theme
judging her
song?
mom. I'm like, "Did you really let your 7-year-old child watch a game wherein you kill one another?" I don't know if that was appropriate. For parents out there, let me know if it's appropriate for your children to watch Squid Game.
I mean, I wouldn't let my child watch Squid Game.
Yeah, it's quite intense, right, for a child. So we were waiting there for like over an hour, and she told me her whole life story, how she had a younger sibling, she had a twin older sister. Well, she has a twin 18-year-old sisters and a 6-year-old younger sister, and they're all from the Philippines, but they're here on vacation. And yeah, she was next to me because I told her to stand next to me just because I had an umbrella and a shade. And so her mom was like 3 people forward of me.
Okay, so she moved backwards.
So
for this.
yeah, because I saw her standing with like her mom's denim jacket over her head. So I waved at her. I'm like, "Hi, do you want to come over? Come here, get
That's
some
nice of you.
shade." Yeah. And then she stayed next to me and we just like chatted our lives away.
Your good deed of the day.
That was my good deed of
But
the day.
to be honest, I don't know how you have that patience to wait like 4 hours in a queue just to see something that is not worth 4 hours to see.
That is the question. Maybe for you it wasn't. For me, actually, it was. Wait, okay, because I have patience and I set my mind already that there were just 3 pavilions that I wanted to see today. It was Germany. Japan, I really tried, but I just couldn't get into the smart queue. And then I wanted to see the women's pavilion. So I saw 2 out of 3. Thanks for bringing me in the women's pavilion.
You're welcome.
My WASTA. WASTA, for those who don't know, means...
Your connection, your
Yeah, you know when you have
someone
connections,
who has an upper hand in a certain
situation who could
yes.
always like help you
wiggle
like
you
skip
somewhere
the
in,
queue
yeah.
or like,
Get a fine removed or
Yeah.
something like that.
and because Josh works for the EPSPO,
Expo.
the
Epson
Expo,
printer.
there are some pavilions where he could show his card and they could let us in. So we're so
Today it
privileged.
was actually really lucky that I got into Women's Pavilion,
yeah,
but it was really nice.
it was nice.
I didn't make any joke about it. I really admired everything.
You made a
It
joke
was- but
about it, but we're not gonna
We're
talk
not gonna
about
do
it
it because
here
I don't want to get canceled, and I
Yes.
know a lot of women will
because
get angry. But in all fairness, it was really good.
It was a really, really nice pavilion and sponsored by Cartier.
Yeah.
So good job, Cartier. And
Shout out to Cartier.
shout out to Cartier and good job, Women's Pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think so sorry to backtrack, but the German thing, I think it's because I've been to Germany like around 4 times.
You've been there for 4 times, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I told you this.
I thought just once.
No, like 4 times, and all the times, I'm not gonna brag, but I've never queued for Germany.
Yeah, okay, fine. Because
Because
you
I always went with some delegates in
Yeah.
some shape or form, and like after some time, I was like, okay, I always get the front row in the swing.
yeah.
I always like.
I got the front
Oh,
row
yeah, you
in
got
the
the front
swing.
row?
So I was like, because all of them like started scrambling around the first few seats.
Yeah. You have to
And
go
then
all the
I
way
was
to the
like-
back. Yeah.
You could just walk a couple more steps and you'll be the first one in there. So I just walked and I was like, no one wants this? Sure.
Cool.
Sit here.
You got the solo swing or the
Got
2
the
people?
solo swing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got a good
yeah.
video.
I got a really nice video.
Nice.
So that was like the best part to this whole thing. But also, after waiting in line for 4 hours, I was inside for almost 2 hours, like an hour and a half. I'm one of those people where when you go into a museum, you would really take your time in each station, read the description.
Right.
You know, when there's like tiny notes against like a painting or something. And I really interacted with each station because there's a lot of like interactive stuff that you can do.
Did you go on that balancing game?
I waited for a while, but then like kids were just swarming, and I'm like, I don't want to push over a kid too. I was this close to doing that.
I was.
And then I was like, I have morals, so I'm like, no, it's okay.
Good
Yeah.
on you.
And it's such a long, like you would have, they show it first to you, then you have the game, then they show it again, then you have the game.
I won the game when I did it because I have a skater boy balance. I'm just gonna say that much. So I have a balance of a surfer.
You have a surfer.
I have a surfer balance.
Where's the surfer?
It's in my heart. I'm one with the ocean.
really now,
Yeah,
where episodes.
So going on to this episode,
I think it was episode 4 or 5. I can't remember now, where we talk about our fears.
that's episode 1,
No.
2.
No.
Yes, fear factor. I think the first one was
Somewhere.
about our parents, the parental guidance episode.
I think probably.
Yeah.
The first, just within the first 5. Go back to that episode if you haven't heard it and listen to Joshua's fear. And now he's saying that he's master of the ocean? Who says that? When you actually have a legit fear of the ocean. How can you surf? How?
I surf in the shallow end.
Shallow.
Literally, I get on the board and I'm down.
Skim. You skim. Maybe
Yeah.
you do skimboarding, not surfing.
Yeah. Either of
He
those.
doesn't at
Yeah.
all. So we go to our happy news of the week.
Bling!
It took you a while to
Sorry, I was just trying to read the
understand
situation, then I
what my
finally
lips
got it.
were saying.
Yeah.
But our happy news of the week is, dude, we reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Clap hands. High
So that
five.
means we are going to start putting our application to get monetized.
Yes, because
And-
we're over 4,000 watch hours. Because each of our episodes consists of more than 40 minutes worth of
Yeah, and our
content.
watch hours are actually quite high. We actually reached our watch hour criteria before we did 1K, right?
Yeah. It just took subscriber count to go a little bit higher. So thank you to each and every one of you for supporting us through YouTube, through Spotify, through all of our platforms. We're now on Audible as well, right?
We're on Audible. We're on OnlyFans, maybe. I don't know. No, but
We're not.
But thank you for everyone and their love and support. And I think this is a next step of our podcasting journey where we actually can start making money, because if you see around what we actually have invested in, it's a lot of money.
It is
a lot of money, guys.
Look,
and
it's not just money, it's time as well, right? We really spend a lot of time. Like today, we got home and I'm really pooped. I'm tired. I've been out from before 9 a.m. We got home. My legs are tired. You're tired.
super tired.
But we prioritize this because this is our baby and we really want to succeed. This is our passion. And for us to be growing in followers and supporters and numbers of people who actually watch us and spend time watching us, it really makes my day when someone messages me about something that they heard on our podcast that is way, way, way back.
So true. And people will ask updates, but then they already know what's actually happened because we spoke
Yeah.
about it on the podcast, and people love it when we give them a shout out.
Yes,
And
and,
all these
because
small
of that,
things as
shout
well.
out to Ate Martina, who was messaging me a couple of days back. She was going through episode 3, and then I think she's going through a chronological order.
Okay.
She messaged me again about something that you said, and I can't even remember it because it was
Something
way
I said.
back in episode 7 or 8.
What did I say?
I forgot, something about your mouth. I forgot.
That it's really nice?
No, it's not. It was quite funny, actually. And I said, where is that from? And she said episode 7. And that made me re-listen to our 7th episode. Because back then we didn't have videos. We only started our videos episode 20 something.
Yeah.
So it was quite cool that someone reminded me, or someone is listening to an old episode, which makes me forget everything that we do lives forever on the internet.
Oh yeah,
So
everything I
it's
say,
not
everything we do.
It's not after
It's-
one show or one episode we're done and no one listens to it again. Actually, people do listen to. And that's what I do when I subscribe to a new podcast. I'll get hooked with that particular podcast, whatever I land on, but then I go back. So Tiger Belly, I went back to the earliest episode that they had on Spotify, and then I sort of went on chronological order from there. But it makes you feel like you're growing with someone, right? And that's what I feel as well, that we're growing with you guys.
Yeah, and I hope you guys feel the same as well, because we do put a lot of time and effort, and it doesn't even stop here. After this, we have to edit and all that stuff, so
Yeah.
it really takes a lot of time. But thank you for all your love and support. So whenever an ad pops up in the future, I didn't even know this, please don't skip it, because that's where we make our money if they see the whole ad.
Right.
Yes, so that is your job, guys, and we're gonna hold you to it. So please They don't press even if that's that annoying Talabat guy like hungry. Order Talabat.
Hey, now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Sweet.
It's for Talabat. He's for Talabat,
Yeah,
right?
so weird.
Yeah.
Talabat gets the
But
weirdest.
imagine how much money they paid this guy to be the face of Talabat.
Right?
I cannot even imagine because Cristiano Ronaldo, you must pay him millions.
Oh,
But I guess they
more.
got a lot out of it as well. So
Yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah.
if I was a football fan and I wanted to order food and I just remembered Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Talabat Route today. I'm gonna order my bubble tea from Talabat.
because it's as fast as him,
Oh yeah.
apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
That's the connect.
No,
Because
but-
at first I was like, isn't it a weird endorser? Like he doesn't even live in Dubai. Why Cristiano Ronaldo? And then I heard something like because he's as fast as how they deliver.
Then they should have got Usain Bolt or like a race car driver.
Or like
not
a
Cristiano
cheetah.
Ronaldo. Yeah, I know, a cheetah. Like
Would have been cheaper.
yeah, like just get a
An
cheetah and do some
animated
CGI
cheetah.
or something, right?
Yeah, but I guess it's the face, right? It's the recognition, and he's like the hottest, biggest. What I mean hot is like I don't find him hot. I'm sure a lot of people do. I don't find him hot, but I mean hot is like buzziest soccer player out there. Athlete, not
is true.
not even in his field. Like just say athlete, and people
Just say the
will
word
think about.
Cristiano.
Not even. Just think football,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true. Yeah, okay. So good job on Talabat. You must have a lot of money.
yeah.
Well, they did make a lot of money.
I'm sure. And
through the
also like
pandemic.
the sales soar after that.
Plus, the best news apparently, if you saw that ad on I think Sheikh's Zayed Road, like the best news ever, and then Talabat says we are now delivering Starbucks. You're like, this is not the best news ever. I'm like, okay,
I saw that.
calm
actually.
down, calm down.
But
Okay, it was on
Starbucks is-
Deliveroo
I
already.
was gonna say, but
Yeah.
Starbucks is already in Deliveroo.
Yeah,
Why is it cheaper
where?
to subscribe with Talabat or have it delivered via Talabat?
No idea.
For those who are not based in Dubai, Talabat is another like food delivery app. Those who live in the UK would know Deliveroo, so
Yeah,
just think of it as a local version of Deliveroo.
we have Deliveroo here. We have a lot actually, so many,
Yeah.
which makes me lazy to start cooking.
Because, yeah, that's the lazy culture of Dubai, right? I just had my
Not
friends.
the lazy. Don't say lazy. Say convenient.
Fine, let's make it positive. Because to me, true, convenience, but also it makes me lazy to cook. It makes me lazy to go down of my house where I have a grocery store and actually buy milk. The delivery culture.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
say it that way. Actually, we do have another happy news of the week.
Do we?
Do we?
I don't know.
Is it happy news of the week or happy news of the century?
I think happy news of the day.
Come on, it's
No,
more
it's
than
actually happy
that.
news for us ever since we have known each other.
Yes.
So not century. It's not century would be me like winning a lottery, but I did win the love lottery. I would say that much. And
You did
something had happened maybe a little bit more than a month ago. Yeah, more than a month
more
ago.
than a month ago. Yeah,
And we're just
today is
making
what?
it
Yeah,
today's the 27th.
yeah.
Something happened on the iconic Tuesday that we all experienced and lived through in the month of Feb on the 22nd of Feb 2022.
Yes. So it's 22222.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of twos. That's why it's Tuesdays because it was on a Tuesday, but two like the
On a
number
Tuesday,
two. TWOS.
once in a lifetime kind of event.
It is. I mean, in our lifetime.
Yeah, so do you want to tell them what happened or
You tell them.
you tell them?
You tell them.
You're the recipient of this gift, that's why. I'll pass on the gift.
We got
Wait.
engaged.
Yeah, boy.
Josh put a ring on it, guys. This is the massive diamond ring, and shout out to Kuya Ostep, Joshua's cousin, for printing this out for us. We can put it here so that
He made a mistake actually, guys. Initially he put I think 2002, so if your eyes are like I can't
I think
get
the
this
light is
focused,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just put a sticker over it, so
Yeah.
that's it. But nevertheless, such a nice gesture to us because he gave this to us on the same day that I proposed to the one and only Janine Khoury.
Officially.
Officially, yeah, it's there. The word is there. Officially. I mean, I think we were engaged without even having to say it, but then
This is it. I'm sure they've seen it like at the beginning. I was trying my best to like keep my hand in here, and then I realized I'm sure they've seen it already. Actually, yeah, they probably saw it when I was speaking to Jamila when we had the Jamila
did
episode.
you have it on?
Yes. Yes. For those who have noticed it.
So yeah, shout out to Jamila again. Such
finger.
A nice episode that she was, and thank you for agreeing to be on our podcast.
Yeah.
And yes, guys, Janine is off the market. I'm really sorry. I hope our viewers and our subscribers, we don't lose them because I think she is the star of this podcast.
Hey, Josh is also
She's the
off
beauty.
the market.
Not really, but
okay, you know what?
but still, But I'm really happy that I managed to bag this girl. And
that is so sweet, dude.
And no, seriously, it's really emotional for me. I have had plans on doing this previously, failed multiple times, not because of the fact she said no or anything, but mostly because of my poor planning skills. But it was a great moment that I shared with her and our families and our very close friends, and thankfully she said yes. I mean, I had zero doubt that she would say no, but
look, he didn't even ask. Okay, so what happened was,
wait, let's backtrack a little bit before we get there. So like I was saying, I tried multiple times. There was a time when we were going to Goa,
right?
And I'm like, I'm going to propose. So I found a wedding planner. I found not wedding planner, engagement planner. Some new thing happening right now.
I mean, it's the same, right? Events planner. So if you're someone who plans weddings, you can also plan an intimate or like a smaller version of a wedding, which is an engagement.
Right.
Yeah.
So I contacted someone, they gave me a price. I told them I want this, and that. I'm like, done. And then I just I'm not too sure of the dates because there's only like 2 or 3 days where Janine and I have to ourselves because we went for a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Then unfortunately, we get to the airport, we check in. We are trying to make small talk and see with the check-in counter person, just making small talk because Janine and I were afraid that we had excess baggage. So make small talk. We're like, oh, there's 1 or 2 kilos overboard. You know what? We'll let that go. So
overload
the limit. Yes, exactly. And then we made a joke and saying, oh, we're going for a wedding, all that stuff. And then Janine said something,
and she looks at us like, your wedding? And we're like, no, not our wedding. And then I said, he has to put a ring on it first.
And
that's when
a 5-ton truck hit me and I felt it.
Joshua.
I'm like, shoot, I forgot.
Looking back, I didn't notice it that much right then and there, but later, his positive attitude dissipated a little bit. But right then and there, I didn't realize that something was wrong. And Joshua suddenly turns really quiet. And then we get our boarding passes. We walk. We were waiting for 2 of his friends. And then he just turned silent.
That's because I forgot the ring at home.
And then you were telling me to go ahead, remember?
Yeah, because I wanted to speak to Josiah and say, hey, dude, I forgot my ring. Do we have time if I go back? Or do you have any friends coming in the next few days who can bring out this ring? Someone you can trust? But, oh, man, such a big mistake.
And I was like, why am I going to go forward? He's like, I have to go and then his passport was new. He couldn't scan it. And then his friend Josiah, as well, shout out to Josiah, went and they both went to this line, which wasn't a fast track for UAE residents. Then I got in. I was waiting for him. I was waving. He's like, go ahead. I'm like, why is he asking me to go ahead? So I just went. I'm like, sure, fine. I'll go ahead because I don't want to block the line as well. And then I was trying to wait for him. And then he's just super phased out. I couldn't even, he wasn't even looking at me.
Yeah, because I was like, it's like, how stupid am I? I know I'm really stupid, but seriously, forgetting a ring that I had planned to give Janine in India, because I had such a romantic plan in mind when it came to our engagement, and I forgot the ring. But then, you know what? I think it all worked out in the end, and I told Janine 1 or 2 days before our trip was ending, because I think she did have an idea, or I think she had her hopes up thinking that I would propose to her during this trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did not work out.
Yeah.
And I told her, and I was so ashamed, guys. You should have seen me that day. I was like, hey, I have to tell you something.
And we were in this really nice restaurant waiting for the sunset.
Overlooking the beach.
Yeah. Super nice, quite romantic. And he says, I want to tell you something. And I'm like, is this it? I'm like, really? Like, it was nice. It was a nice setting, but we were in the middle of a busy restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I want to tell you something. And I was like, oh gosh, is this it? And then he suddenly says, I forgot the ring.
And she's
and
like,
then I started laughing.
idiot.
I didn't say that.
You started saying idiot like 900 times.
I didn't say that.
You
Stop.
shouldn't. But
Don't
I was
lie.
saying it in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laughed though, because it's like a typical Josh story. Only Josh would do that, you know? I was bummed out a little bit because I'm like, oh, it would have been a really nice setting, you know? Then I saw some of the pictures of him with the wedding, well, the engagement planner.
Yeah, what my setup would have been.
And all that. But, you know, I think it was God's perfect plan that it wouldn't happen at that time, and it happened on the Tuesday, the 2222. I knew it was coming. We both knew it was coming for a long, long, long time. Josh and I have been speaking about marriage from day one. Okay, not day one. That's exaggerating, but.
And you chose the ring as well, so.
And I chose it. Well, have we spoken about that?
I don't know.
We have.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Maybe not, but I chose the ring way back July of last year.
Because Janine is super high maintenance. Anything I give her, she always returns it. So I'm like, you know what? Choose your ring. I'll take a loan and pay for it. And then I'll give it to you as a surprise.
Stop lying. I'm not high
Maintenance, mate.
Am I though?
No, you're actually not. But then, just to say, to be honest with everyone, I wanted her to pick out the ring.
I think it was good. I think it was a good move for us.
It was. Because I'm an idiot. And I would have chosen the worst ring. I mean, Janine gave me clear-cut instructions, like down to the smallest detail of what she wanted.
Yeah, I even drew something for him. Like
she did the whole, like, you know, like a blueprint of a museum or something. She gave me something like that. This. I'm like, you know what? Even despite all these, I'm still gonna make a mess out of it. So we decided we'll just go.
Yeah.
No, actually, we didn't. I think last minute it was more of a thing. You know what? You choose it, but we went together to see rings.
Yeah, just so that we can have a feel of everything. And we went to the Golden Diamond Park, and we went to this one store, started asking them if they had the specs of the diamond that I had in mind. And we went around. We were there for like over an hour, right? Maybe closer to 2 hours. Oh, no, we
spent the whole day there. What are you saying?
Stop.
Yeah, we did.
And then finally, we went back to this first store that we went to where we had our heart set. And the salesman was really cute and like, not cute in a physical way. Like, he was really kind and really explained.
He took his time and explained to us.
Yeah, and walked Joshua through the whole thing, because Josh wasn't really aware of like the 4 C's of a diamond. And, you know, I couldn't just leave him behind. Like, I feel like if there's a bad salesperson, they would easily overcharge Joshua with X amount and times 2, times 3, just because he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. And
I agree.
So I had to teach him the ropes of finding like the diamond that I wanted. So I told them the specs that I wanted, and they're like, come back in 3 days' time. We'll get you the stone in itself so you could see it in person, right? We came back. He gave us 3 stones that was the closest match to the specs that I wanted. And I fell in love with one of the stones. And I think Joshua saw my excitement, and you started asking me, do you want this?
Yeah, I know. We had a sidebar, and I'm like, yo, the diamond is here. Whatever you want. Tell me right now if you want me to put that down payment or something on it, so I can reserve it, and then he can start working his magic with everything and everyone involved, and then try to get it done.
Yeah. So I got him to design the ring that I wanted. He took my measurements.
I was just standing in the corner waiting for Janine to get done.
No, you were there. And then he put this diamond ring. It took like a sticker, like a sticky tack, put it in one of the bands that was already available, like a wedding band closer to the band that I wanted. And then he put the diamond on it, and he's like, okay, this is how potentially it will look like once it's finished. And so I gave him little details, like I wanted a hidden halo, so like diamonds underneath the rock in itself. And he's like, yeah, done. And then he gave us a price. And then I started haggling.
Yeah, because I was like, okay.
Yeah, Josh was like, sure. And I'm like, no, not sure.
Never take the first price that anyone ever gives. I learned that day as well.
So
Janine is the master negotiator. She managed to bring down the price by a lot. And I was like, what?
Because, again, these are diamonds. For those who know, once you buy diamonds, as soon as you get it out of the store, you'll never be able to sell it at the same price that you bought it again. It depreciates its value so much that, it looks pretty. It's expensive. I'm not saying it's not. But as soon as you buy it, you're never going to be able to get it back to the same price or like sell it back.
Which is so sad. I should have
and
just
then
got
I realized when I was looking, because we got the ring in July, and then, from time to time, I would look at my ring. From time to time, I would like visit the gold center where my mom goes a lot, and I would just wander around, and I'm like, I just want to see a couple more diamonds. And I discovered lab-grown diamonds. And no expert can tell the difference between a lab-grown diamond versus a natural diamond, a naturally mined diamond. So for those who are in a budget and looking for something that looks like the real deal, you can go for moissanite or moissanite. I don't know how you pronounce that, which looks like a diamond but is not a diamond. But you can also go for a lab-grown diamond, which is a more sustainable approach.
Wait, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How will one know that the diamond... Okay, let's say I got this diamond.
Yeah.
And I paid diamond price. How will I know if Ashley was like ripped off and like, oh, this is the lab-grown diamond, but since you said no...
Lab-grown diamonds will say it in the paper.
But how they could easily be cheaters and stuff? No.
I mean, maybe, but there are certifications. This is why you have the certificate of my diamond.
Oh, the GIA.
GIA. Yeah. So there are different entities. This is like a diamond session. There are different entities. One of them is GIA, who certifies diamonds. And there are other out there as well. Lab-grown diamonds also have certifications, but it clearly says that it is a lab-grown diamond. So
why didn't we do that?
I don't know. I just discovered it after.
Conveniently. I'm so glad that...
But I love my ring. It's like the perfect ring, and I'm so grateful.
So glad, because like when you start finding a ring and you see all these TV shows and movies that there's that golden rule where it says, oh, it has to be a 3-month salary. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So my ring has to be like 1,500? I'm like, what? No, but I'm serious. Like 3 months of salary? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, some people want to splurge that way, and some people want to be practical. Some people want to be in between. It's just a matter of what you want.
That is true.
Right? And it just happens that I want something that is quite simple, but also
a statement,
but also slightly on the pricier side. And
and everyone knows how cheap I am as well. So, but I think I really wanted to make you happy and make sure that you got the perfect ring, because I know Janine would say no if I didn't get her the ring that I wanted.
Don't say that. I wouldn't say no. Come on. I would say yes to you with any ring. You know that. No, that's not true. Take it back. You know me.
Yeah, actually. Even if I got you like the lollipop ring, I think you would have said yes.
If you got me the candy ring, I'd be happy. The purple or the watermelon one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, come on, you like
I'm just, I'm playing.
You like to also brag, and like when people look at my ring and say, "It's so nice, he did so well."
Like,
I could see how proud he is, but in my head, I'm like, Proud of what? You should be proud of me for designing and like making sure that the ring is as perfect as it can be. But yeah, Josh paid for it, so thanks to him, I have a ring on my finger.
And you're welcome. That's all I asked for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so now how I ended up proposing. So I did try a lot of other things.
That's a long talk about how to choose a ring.
I know.
But for those women who are feeling ashamed about designing or picking or going ring shopping with their fiancés or their fiancés to be or their husbands to be, do not, okay? Do not.
Yeah, you know, I didn't feel any sort of like, you know, embarrassment or something when I asked you to do it, because at the end of the day you'll be wearing it.
Yeah.
And
I don't think there should be an embarrassment about it.
I won't give you a ring and then you'll be like, oh yes, I'll take it. But then every time you look at it, you'll be like, I don't like it so much. That's why I also gave Janine this liberty of her choosing her own ring. I was totally open to that. Some people, when we told them that Janine chose her own ring, they were like, oh,
they're a little bit shocked.
Yeah,
like,
they're
what?
taken aback.
What? How come?
But then I'm so for allowing women to choose their own ring, especially if they're that comfortable in a relationship like how you and I are.
Right.
I think it's completely fine if we do it.
I think it's because some people would select to go the traditional route and be caught off guard, be 100% surprised about everything. But we knew that we were going to get married just a couple of weeks, months into the relationship. Like, to me, it wasn't something that, is it going to happen? Is it not? I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time and when it would happen. And knowing how Josh is not a jewelry type of person, I just couldn't trust him with with him going into a diamond store and him not being ripped off. I'd rather we save some of the cash, and it's not like hundreds. We save thousands, dude. Okay.
Thank you for that.
And you know, if he was there left alone.
Because I paid like straight up cash for it. Because apparently we'll charge you a 5% or something if you do pay by card
Credit
and stuff. So I'm
and
like,
all
you know what?
that.
I'll pay cash everything then and there.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad you were there and guided me throughout this whole process. Because
it was actually fun. It was fun. Ring shopping. Ring shopping's
really
fun. Again, it's not for everyone. Some people still like to be surprised. And if you want to ask any things about diamonds or engagement rings or whatnot, Josh is now an expert, so reach out to him.
I forgot literally
for
everything.
Men out there.
But yeah. But I can help you guys. Don't worry. I can try to help them with whatever knowledge that I remember.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about the engagement?
Yeah. So like I was saying, I've been trying to now right my wrongs and try to find the perfect way to propose to Janine. So I contacted a go-karting company here in the UAE. I'm not gonna say which one because they really went back on their promises, I would say, because they quoted me something and I went there and then they quoted me even higher. And when I told them my plan, even if I told them the same plan on the phone, and they're like, no, safety reasons, all these things, something wrong can happen, someone can get hurt. I'm like, it's go-karting, come on. But yeah, that didn't work out. I didn't tell you this, but I also reached out to, I don't know if I can say the name of this place, but I'm going to say it anyway, TODA, Theater of Digital Arts. I told them the whole plan, like we can, and they said they love the idea, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. How much is it? Can I say the amount?
Sure.
10,000
dirhams.
And I'm like, are you serious? They're like, yeah, don't worry, it comes with a bottle of champagne. I'm like, Janine and I, we don't drink.
Seriously?
Yeah, so I'm like, how much without the champagne? Like, oh no, the champagne's included. I'm like,
they're like, just so that we can add something in it.
Yeah, so I'm like, then they're like, okay, so what is the plan? Like, okay, 30 minutes and you will see the whole installations of everything, Van Gogh.
It made you so, the price made you so nervous.
So nervous.
Your voice cracked. Wait, does that mean it's just us inside there?
No,
like
so what'll happen is it'll be open to everyone. But then 30 minutes, they said, give us all your pictures. We will do a slideshow and it'll be on everything and all that. So I'm like, so only for 30 minutes with a bottle of champagne, I'm going to pay 10,000 dirhams.
You know that I would be upset if I knew you
I know.
pay that
I know.
much.
So I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Then I reached out to Rain Room. I don't know if I told you this as well.
Is it the Sharjah one?
Yeah, the Sharjah
Yeah.
Rain Room. Something that could be really nice pictures. We can do something over there. It's a unique experience which we haven't been to.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me reach out to them. They're like, no, sorry. We respect our artists, and our artists don't want any public or private. Don't want any private events in the Rain Room. So we have to politely decline. I'm like, okay, cool. That's done and dusted. So I'm like, I was running out of options. And then I'm like, you know what? Janine has a massive balcony in her house. What if I just plan something, romanticize the house? Is that a word? Romanticize the house? I don't know.
Doesn't sound right, but
and like, you know, like candles, roses, balloons, the works, everything. I'm like, that actually sounds nice. Like intimate.
Yeah.
Um,
What is the one thing that I told you when you were asking me about engagement? What is it that I told you? I want it simple. Simp. I just wanted it simple. I don't want extravagant engagements. It's not for me, like being in public.
She also doesn't like public proposals. That's when, no, I won't mention this story anyway.
Like,
but,
what is it called? Like when people come in and dance?
Oh, flash mobs.
Like, yeah, those like flash mob engagement videos. Like, to me, it's like, wow, looks super nice, but I don't want strangers.
Yeah, and I don't have that organizing skills, I would say, to
I
plan
don't
a
want
flash
strangers. I don't want strangers on my engagement day. I want to feel all of the emotions. I want to hear what you have to say.
Without having to like hide it, and without
having to think like, what do I look like? There's a camera in my face. There's this. There's people I don't know around me. It's just not my thing. I just wanted it to be intimate. So
yeah,
he did really well.
I did well. I would like to think I did well.
I did well.
I did really well.
He did well.
So I decorated her house. I did everything, and I'm like, hey, because Janina we had plans to have dinner, and I kept saying, we're going for Monday. We're going for Monday. But she did not buy it. She sees right through me. I couldn't even give her that surprise.
Josh is not a good liar.
I'm the best liar, but you know me way too well. Way too well.
You're not a good liar.
So she was at work. I took a day off that day. I shouldn't have told her I took a day off. I think that was
telltale signs.
That was the exact way she knew. Like, this is such a random day for Joshua to take a day off. And so she knew I was out, but I was like, my sister also took a day off. Shout out to Hannah for helping me set up this whole thing. And yeah, I called all our closest family, all our closest friends. And I told them, okay, let us have it at Janine's house. She finishes at work at 6. So I would like to have everyone here at 6. Stupid me. I don't know why I tell Janine's family 7. And then I'm like trying to stall Janine, like, hey, no, wait, I'm still at home. Hey, no, the dinner's, we can have it pushed and all this stuff. And then Janine was like, you know what? I'm still leaving work at 6. She goes to a salon.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. And I left work because there's no one at work anymore. And I was alone in our office. And I was like, if Josh is not yet ready, let me just go to a salon, have my hair done. It will take like, what, 20 minutes max? Because I don't have to wash my hair. So Josh was like, oh, it's going to take time. And I'm like, you know what? I can't work anyway because I cannot focus because I knew it was going to happen tonight. So I'm like, let me just get to a salon. And there was a salon on my way from work all the way to home on the way. So I went to a salon, had my hair curled. And then I got to my car. I started recording myself for my memory of, talking about how I was feeling so giddy, and I knew it was going to be tonight, and I knew that was the moment that Josh was going to propose to me, and he calls. Actually, I call.
She calls to throw me off.
Because I just wanted to like rub it in.
And my anxiety like raised to the roof because I'm trying to like sort out all the people here, trying to give instructions. Okay, Lana, do this. Kuyosep, do that. Hannah, do this. So I'm like trying to give instructions. Janine starts calling. I'm like, And I run to a quiet area. It's like, hey, hello.
And I knew he was like whispering, and I could hear people in the background. I could hear the commotion. I'm like, where are you? And he's like, I'm close to your house. I'm like, okay, sure. Sure, dude, sure.
She knew she's the worst person. And then,
And then I got home. I'll tell the story.
Yeah, no,
funny
you continue.
story. Got home, call him again, and I'm like, I'm here. I just parked, just to give him like warning that, you know, I'm about to come up. And I messaged you. I didn't call you. Message you,
Yeah.
right? I'm here. I just parked.
she just messaged, I just parked, and I'm like, she just parked. Everyone, stations.
Everyone, take your positions. I come up, and there's this delivery guy right outside my door, looking intently at my door. And I was like, what is he doing? Is he trying to look at the apartment number? And then I realized as I walk closer to the door, there's a note that says, take out your phone and start recording, something like that. And I was like, the dude must have been super confused. He's about to deliver food and he sees the door and it says, take out your phone and start taking. He's like, what is this weird crap happening right now?
What is this fetish this apartment has?
So I asked him, are you delivering food? And he says, yes, ma'am. And then I said, okay, let me take it. He's like, there's a lot. And then as I'm taking the food, I hear my youngest niece, Clara, like just talking, not talking, but just mumbling. She's a baby. She's like, mama. I'm like, okay, my family's inside because I can hear everything. Took the food, went inside my house. As soon as I open my house, my apartment door, I see petals on the floor leading into my room, and from my room leading into the balcony. So I put the food down. As soon as I opened the door, because the balcony door is open, it created this sort of like wind pull or whatever that closed
Slammed the
middle door. And because it slammed, it sort of like blew this gust of wind, and all of the candles that he laid on the floor and lit right before I came in blew off.
Yeah, and that was like actually the guide for where Janine had to go.
Yeah, but still there was like petals on the floor, which was really nice. I'm sure you can put like pictures if you still have them.
Yeah.
I can send a couple to you, which I have.
The cleanup was the problem with that.
And then I got out, and as soon as I got out of the balcony, my family was there, his family was there, my best friend, Lana, everyone was there. Well, the closest people in my lives were there. And he was just looking at me, and I'm like, are you gonna go on one knee?
I was like, is this the moment? Because I was in shock. Like everyone, like she was, because I see her and I'm like, crap, I'm actually gonna propose today. So I'm like having that moment to myself.
Are you doubting yourself?
And everyone was like, where's Josh? And I'm like, here. And I'm yelling at Hannah because I'm like, Hannah had one job during that time, was to play the song.
Yeah.
Which is, what was his name? John Mayer's XOXO.
Mm-hmm.
No, so John Mayer XO. It's not double XO.
Yeah.
And she's not playing. I'm like, Hannah, music. She's like, I'm trying. I could see Hannah had such a massive panic attack that day. But then I'm like, I'm just taking in the moment for a second, because I'm like, everything's gonna change from here on out.
Yeah.
Then I go and I kneel and I give Janine a speech. She's not listening to a word I'm saying.
I couldn't. Like,
literally, I could have been on one knee and say, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep later, and I'm gonna cut the skin off your face.
And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, and Janine was just
yes.
like, because she starts crying instantaneously, and I'm
Yeah.
on one knee, and then I open the box and I stand up, and apparently that's wrong. I have to be on my knee.
You don't have to. You just have to put. So he opens the box. He says his speech. He
And I
opens
say,
the
and then I
box.
say, will you marry me? And then I stand up.
And then I said yes. And I said yes, because finally I've been waiting for it for so long.
Yeah, she was waiting for it for so long.
Because we bought the ring like almost a year ago.
in June.
Not we. He bought the ring. And he stands up and he doesn't put the ring on my finger. I'm like, dude, you have to put the ring on my finger. He goes back on one knee again, and then he puts it in, and then finally everyone like claps, and we all start taking pictures, and it was like a fun night.
You missed a very important element. So she says yes. Janine and I hug, and I whisper to her, I ordered mandi.
He did, and I'm like,
love mandi, guys.
and then I tell him, I know, because the delivery guy was just outside.
I'm like, oh, thanks for bringing it in.
And then I couldn't read the sign. Each family member had a letter that they were holding up. And apparently it said, "You will marry me," instead of "Will you marry me?" with a question mark.
Yeah, trying to be quirky.
So I didn't have a choice.
She's here against her own will, guys. I'm really sorry to say that.
And I'm wearing a ring against my will.
It was overall really fun, and we spent the night, like just having food, chatting with everyone, our families, our friends. Everyone's so
happy.
excited. We all had like a feast of food, drinks here and there. It was really nice. It was really nice.
It was quite nice. And then everyone left, and Josh stayed for a while.
We cleansed the house.
We just wanted to take in the moment. I'm like, can you just stay? And because I couldn't hear anything when he was saying his whole speech. So he sort of started telling me his speech again. And we just sat on the couch and we just sort of,
soaked
breathed,
in the moment.
soaked in everything. And we're like, we're engaged, because I've been nagging him for months and months.
That is true.
But poor Josh, I think he was just finding the right moment.
And I think I did, and I think I executed it to the highest order.
Yeah.
And
you did well.
It was really an emotional day for me. Like I felt like, you know what, I made the best choice of my life, and
you made me cry.
This is the gayest episode. I'm just gonna say it.
I don't cry a lot, but you made me cry. That
Thank
was
you.
That was nice.
I make you cry a lot.
No.
In good and bad ways.
I'm trying to think. No, I don't cry a lot. You know that.
You cried when the first time I said I love you.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, I think we're getting too intimate now. But actually, before we end this podcast, because I know that we're taking a lot of time and I think we shared our story, I want to read a few things because Janine and we haven't read the well wishes of everyone who came that day, and it's actually behind this.
Which is quite nice because some family members, maybe you can just flip it. Some family members wrote a couple notes and like their well wishes for us.
Do you want to read one? Shall I read one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll read the one from Hannah's is super boring. Congrats to my brother and future sister-in-law. Wishing you a lifetime of happiness.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for like helping out and also taking an off day to help your brother who's ungrateful.
We want to read the Lana's?
Sure.
Congrats, Janine and Josh. May this be a continuation of a great journey. I wish you a lifetime of happiness and lots of babies.
Can we get married first?
3 stick figures and then XOXO Lana.
So is it 2 us and then 1 is a baby? Or does she want us to have 3 babies?
I think 3 babies.
Oh, goodness. Lana's one of my best friends.
And who else? Gia. I think this is Gia. Best. Christine. Congrats, you guys. We wouldn't be more happy for you both. Best man and Christine. Oh, best man and Christine.
Oh, he already declared himself as the best man.
Dwayne. So happy for you, Josh and Janine. I am here for you. We will get through this together.
Who is that, Dwayne?
We will get through this trying moment together.
Dwayne is Joshua's youngest brother.
Kuyasep, congrats, Josh and Janine. Happy for both of you. Kiss, sweet, engaged. Kuyasep. You know why? Because one of my favorite bands is Kill Switched Engaged. Kill Switch Engaged. Kill Switch Engaged, yeah.
Is that really your favorite song?
So he did Kiss, Sweet, Engaged. That's nice of you, Kuyasep. Beshi and Wes?
Yeah.
Cheyenne and Wes.
My best friend.
Congratulations, mine and Beshi. Very happy for you both and so honored to be spending this precious moment with you. We will wish you all the best and a lifetime of happiness. We love you so much. Keep the fire burning.
It's long gone.
Way long gone, dude. It's like ashes now. My dad wrote in Hindi and Arabic, so I think you have to read that. My mom, my dearest son Joshua, and future daughter-in-law Janine, I'm honestly don't know what to say at this time. Can you imagine how it will be? I cannot read her handwriting. It's so bad. Be your actual wedding day. Love each other dearly. We are here for you. May God always be at the center of your life. And my My prayer and wishes. My prayer and wishes. Love you guys so much, Mom.
Happy birthday, Tita. It's her birthday tomorrow, right?
28th, yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations and best wishes, Josh and Janine. May you live happily ever after. God bless you.
Okay.
Whose handwriting is this? Tita?
Tita Ninang?
Tita Ninang Josie.
Yeah.
My Ninang. My
Yeah,
godmother.
your mom's eldest sister.
Yeah. And then you can read the Arabic, which my dad wrote.
It's okay. He says Joshua. That's Joshua. Janine. Mabruk. Mabruk means congratulations. Min. Jamila. Something. Yeah.
My dad doesn't know any Arabic. Can he try to?
I think he just wants to say like congratulations.
Ah, okay. Congratulations on your big day.
Yeah. Jamila means beautiful.
So why did you write that then?
This I don't know because it's in Hindi, so.
My dad always tries to do something unique, which
Your dad
no
is
one
the
ever
cutest.
understands.
Please, your dad is the cutest. You said you would like read a couple. I think you read all.
Yeah. Sorry,
But
I think
yeah.
I got ahead of myself.
I think I just want to say really thank you to everyone who came and participated and put in a lot of effort. Like even Lana, I was quite surprised
She was the
here.
earliest here, so I'm so thankful for her. And she's the last person I informed. Actually, the last person I informed was GJ, and I felt so bad. I'm like, I totally forgot about you, dude.
My brother.
Totally forgot about
But
her
of
brother.
course he came.
Thank you so much. And it was
Yeah.
really a night to remember, and I'm glad that I managed to share this beautiful occasion with our dearest friends and family, and that Janine said yes in front of them, because if she said no, I would have literally thrown her off the balcony.
I think I would survive because my floor is not too high.
That is true.
Yeah.
And below it's sand.
Sand.
Yeah.
So it's not like concrete.
Maybe a broken limb.
Yeah,
or
for sure I'll
something,
break something, but not.
But you would survive.
Yeah, I wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And then that would give me enough strength to climb back up here and throw you off
Yeah.
as well.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. Kill you makes you stronger.
Okay.
Okay. And that, kids, is how I met your father. Yeah, look, I just want to say, even if it's cheesy, really well done. And I know it took us a while to announce to everyone. You know why? Because we wanted to celebrate on our own first.
Exactly.
We wanted to tell people personally because we didn't really invite everyone to this intimate engagement session that Joshua prepared.
True.
Our church friends, our workmates, our friends who are not really too close to actually be here at that day. Our family members who are not here. So we all sent private messages, sent it to people, and we haven't really announced it on social media. And also at that time, it didn't feel like it was the right time to do so. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
we're not celebrities. It's not like we're keeping it as a secret. It's just that we wanted to celebrate privately with a lot of our
near and dear ones.
near and dear
Yeah,
friends.
and I'm glad we did that. Like, it'll be super overwhelming, especially a few days after the engagement. Like, everyone will be messaging, and
Yeah.
we're busy and stuck with work. But yeah, we still wanted to enjoy this moment by ourselves with our closest friends and family, and I think we did well. And I think it's finally time for us to put it out there that Janine and I are off the market.
Well, technically not yet because we're not yet officially married. So.
Exactly. So we still have time to
still have-
wiggle around and meet other people, but
Yes.
I think so far we're still okay.
And also to change our minds if ever.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't. Because I love you so much. Okay, this is getting too cheesy now.
Super
shall
cheesy,
we?
but thank you everyone for listening once again. It has been a long ride. Thank you for the 1K subscribers. We really had a lot of milestones in the last few weeks.
Can I just
which
say
we have-
something? We started this podcast when we were on our early stages of our relationship. Just a couple of months in.
Yes.
Just a couple of months
It
in.
was our passion project together, and I think for us
Right?
to grow as a couple and spend time together and work for something that we actually both really love.
When did we... What? We started the podcast August?
Yes.
or September. I can't remember now. August, I think. We
Yes,
officially
August. It was
we officially became a couple in.
It's okay.
Sorry.
We officially became
We
a couple in
officially
June.
became a couple in June. June, July, August. Like just barely 3 months.
Yeah.
Months is. And we started a podcast. I mean, of course, we were in the middle of courtship a couple of months before that.
No, but still, starting a podcast in the baby stages of a relationship. Like Janine and I used to joke around, like, if we break up, who's gonna take the podcast?
We always joke about that.
Yeah, and it was always me. So
sure, I have another podcast that I can be on.
yeah, that is
Or I
true.
can start
No
my
one
own.
wants me, so I need to start this by myself.
No, but there's no one I'd rather have a podcast, a long-running podcast with than you. And everyone has been with us in this journey, and it's so nice. It's so nice that when we get older, I can always listen to these podcasts and remember that feeling that it's like our online public journal to everyone.
That's true.
I mean, yes, of course, we do have our guests and we talk about other stuff, other pressing issues, but there's also some personal things that we share with you guys. Some we hold off from public, but some we also talk about. And I am looking forward to being 70 if, God wills, I'll last until that age and listen to all of these and remind me of how things went. Because we're going to forget
how things started as
we're
well.
going to forget little details here and there. And even like now, I listen to episode 1, 2, 3, and there's some things that we say and it reminds me of like, how could I forget about that?
True.
And it's just like a little over a year before.
Yeah.
So I'm so thankful for this. I'm so thankful for our over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, our listeners who listen through our podcasts, through audio, through Spotify, through Apple Podcasts. And we just really feel like we
are celebrities.
No.
Okay.
That you guys are our family. Like this is a family that we're starting to create.
Exactly. You are our babies. You
it
came
makes
out
me
of
emotional
us.
when you think about it that way, but really I'm so thankful for you guys. Like you guys mean a lot to us.
That's true.
This is why
no one's listening, by the way. No one's listening to this point.
No, they do. Actually, if you look at the numbers, they do.
Look at the numbers. Yes. I like the way you said that.
Because I look at data and analyze stuff. So.
That's nice. No, that is true. We have actually quite a high
retention rate.
High retention rate. High RR, as one would say in the YouTube community.
Okay, sure.
But yes, I want to just echo what Janine said, and it really humbles us because Janine knows how much I love podcasts, and I know how much Janine loves podcasts. Like, if you notice in every episode, I might as well be wearing a podcast merch of another podcast that I really love. Like, as of now, I'm wearing a Tiger Belly podcast shirt. So podcast has really changed me as a person. And it all started, to be honest, with a TED Talk. And I really like TED Talks. I started listening to podcasts of TED Talks, and I got into comedic podcasts. And I don't know, like, I really love the fact that we have this as our child and it's doing well and we're engaged and our fruit and the amount of labor that we put into this podcast is actually paying off. And it really makes me very excited to see where this podcast will go. We will be more committed to this. I would say that because Janine and I, we were having second thoughts about recording today, and I'm glad we still stuck through. And I'm glad that everyone here listening to us and supporting us has really, really made a big impact in our lives. And we will be doing a giveaway shortly, which Janine has to coordinate with. So I'm leaving that to her, but we will be doing a giveaway.
We will. To celebrate our 1,000 subscribers, to celebrate our new year into podcasting.
Yes.
And to celebrate the happy news of the century.
Yes. So yeah, that's it, guys. We have a guest coming out in the next episode. Yes. We haven't finalized who, but we will be having a guest.
Yes.
Most probably.
Yes.
Most probably one of our very close friends.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be really exciting to record with him.
So make sure you leave your comments on the comment section below. If you want to reach out to us, We have our Instagram handle at Have a Nice Day Podcast.
Yes.
If you want to send us an email, you can email us at haveanicedayshow@gmail.com.
Right on.
We also have our handy advice form with the Google form link in our link in bio on Instagram, as well as the description of YouTube. And I think that's it. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
And on
On
that,
that
note,
note,
have a nice day. We're engaged. We love you guys.
we like you as a friend. Bye.
Bye.